So we're back. Game 2, Night Raid, taking on team name is irrelevant. I forgot to unmute my HoN, didn't I? So let's do that. There we go. Now it's unmuted. It's not like anything actually happened. So we have lost Canador for this one, unfortunately. He was quite tired, and he's a giant pansy, so we're gonna talk crap about him for this entire game. You okay with that, Shorkan?
Dude, nothing sounds better to my ears than us
Nothing?
talking crap about Ganondorf.
Nothing?
Yes,
Yeah.
nothing.
Dude, he's on that team.
Literally
It's
nothing.
like, can you even play anybody besides Oogie and Solette? No. No, you can't. Get better. Unbelievable.
Get better.
Yeah.
I mean, and he can probably play Swiftblade. I mean, who can't play Swiftblade, right?
I don't even know if he can play Swiftblade. I don't remember if I've seen him play Swiftblade. That's what we're talking about right here. He might not be able to play Swiftblade.
Like, I can play Swiftblade.
Right? Press R, win game. It's just,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Alright.
It's that simple.
We got another draft going through, of course. Kraken and Swiftblade. Speaking of him getting taken out by Narcy, Rhapsody, and Parasite, will be banned out by King Plato. So, Plato learning some stuff from the first two games and saying, you guys really like Rhapsody, so we're not going to give you Rhapsody. And Legion side will respond with a first pick, Magmus and a Pyromancer. So, perhaps they have done Disp a favor, because this is a pretty good start to their draft. And the Hellborn first picked the Luna. They first picked it, Shorkan.
That's terrible.
Out of all of the picks that they're going to make, the first one is a Luna.
Do they want to win, even? And, like, they're going with the bubbles as well. Like, every single bubbles in this game has been completely stomped when it was suicide. So, is it really a good thing to put a bubbles suicide?
Maybe they won't put it suicide. Maybe they'll put it mid. You don't know.
Maybe. I would appreciate that, but I think that Gauntlet 1v1 versus a Bubbles beats Bubbles. So,
No.
yes, listen to Slaske.
Take cover the hook.
Dude, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Like, it's so difficult.
Yes, you can.
Like, believe me, it's almost unbelievable.
Nah. Believe you, it's almost unbelievable.
Believe
Right.
me,
It's
it's
fine.
almost unbelievable. The English is strong in this one.
We're both American. We're not fluent on speaking English. Anyway, hope we're going to finish it off with Dr. Pulse. That is a response to Legion side's Gauntlet pick that we mentioned a second ago. And then Narcy going to be banning out Dark Lady and Tempest here, so trying to remove some of the jungle options as well as one of King Plato's favorite heroes. But Dark Lady doesn't seem like it would fit very well on a team with a Dr. Repulsor. And I'm going to guess that they weren't really interested in picking that. So,
Yeah, I don't know. That seems kind of strange, especially when there's a Bubbles already as well. Like, they don't have any
Right.
tanky presence right now, and it would just be like, oh, look, it's TDL.
yeah,
What a
it
guy.
seems excessively greedy. And sure, a lot of mobility on that team potentially, and a lot of late game potential, but against a Magmus and a Gauntlet, I'd have a really suffer laning phase, so seems like it wouldn't be great. Anyway, last couple of bans are Pebbles and Bloodhunter from the two sides respectively, so trying to take out some of the melee heroes. One more of an initiator, the other one a thing. I'm not really sure what Bloodhunter is. It's a hero, I guess, but
Pebbles would have actually fit quite well with Hellboy's draft, so I'm glad that they banned that out on,
yeah.
let's see, SG, Prey, Reddit, Reverse, and Rosk. Nice.
Yeah, good
Nice,
stuff.
nice, synchronization with your clan tags.
Right. But if they had picked Pebbles, that would have forced a suicide Bubbles or an aggro tri-lane, I guess.
Yeah, but Pebbles in tri-lane, you don't want that.
I think
You
you could
get
tri-lane
the-
Pebbles.
He doesn't have very much mana, and he's
So bring mana
very
pots.
reliant on levels. He's very reliant on levels. Like, I mean, the two supports can roam, but I would still prefer a dual lane Pebbles, where the support doesn't actually take any of the XP.
I mean, he's got a really good stun and a really good nuke, so I think if they can provide enough mana pots and keep them flowing on him, they could do a lot. Potential aggressive
Yeah.
tri-lane. I get, yeah, it's fine. I mean, aggressive dual lane might even be better, but anyway, Legion's going to pick up the Legionnaire, so presumably that's going to be their jungle option. We haven't seen them run a jungler in either of these first two games, right? They didn't run a jungler in game one.
They're pulling out all the stops, man.
They're pulling out all the melee stops. Please pick another ranged hero. Disposable. Or name is irrelevant,
Please.
or whatever you want.
I would appreciate it as well. Like, I mean, their draft just looks like a collection of heroes that have, well, like Magnus Pyro have good synergy, but Gauntlet Legionnaire, Gauntlet stops people from attacking with his ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the phase blast and stuff. So I don't think that works out too well. I would have preferred the Solstice that is now on Night Raid side, just to gank a bit more, because Pyro, Mag, Legionnaire, Pyro, Mag, Solstice, and Gauntlet, that gank squad, ooh, and also team fight, because Magnus and Solstice,
Yeah.
that would be a great team. I would really enjoy seeing that team. And they go for the Silhouette, which is a really good pick, and it would have just been complete had they had Solstice. I swear, Quincy, that it would have been an amazing draft had they had the Solstice.
All right.
I'm kind of confused though why they didn't ban Silhouette
Oh.
or Clanks for that matter on the, Absolute Legend side.
We should call them that.
Yeah, we should just start calling them that because honestly.
Okay, so weird stuff's happening here, because
Fade.
Reverse is playing the Silhouette. Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in a second. But Reverse is playing the Silhouette. He played the Suicide last 2 games. I said okay before, and you just completely went right over it. But yeah, they picked Fade.
Yeah. Where is Fade? What?
Mid?
Present 25. So.
Mid?
Yeah. Suicide Bubbles.
It has to be. Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. Gen GG Slayer gonna be on that hero, and we'll see how he does this time. But my guess is not all that well. Although against Silhouette, he's actually okay.
Oh,
yeah,
actually
okay,
no.
Fade.
Yeah, like Fade. I can actually like see Fade as a semi-support because of the vision and the stun that he provides. It's a really good stun. It's like a Magma stun. It's literally a Magma stun, only longer, and like that would be great in my opinion. But playing him as a core nowadays just feels really weak because it's so like level dependent and really snowball dependent, but it doesn't even snowball as hard as a Pebbles, so to speak, with the same farm. Like Fade can get a PK, but he's not going to one-shot things like a Pebbles, or he can get a Codex and be completely useless later on in the game.
Yeah.
Unless he goes for something funky like a Grimoire.
Puzzle Box?
Puzzle Box could be nice. I would like Puzzle Box, but that requires quite a lot of farm. And he's probably going to go for, the Ghost Marchers and...
It's true.
Wow.
They bought another courier. What a player. That's Pyromancer. Man, he knows what's up.
Dude, multiple couriers, like... This is where it's at. And apparently one is SPT and one isn't. Like, I could imagine it being a strat for the early game, and then later on in the game as well. If the support doesn't need a lot of items, it's not even that bad. Like, they can ferry items to the Legionnaire constantly while also ferrying items to the Suicide and the Mid without much, like, many problems occurring.
Right.
And Magma's forced to use one stun already without any mana pots. He's gonna suffer. Have fun against the Luna. A Luna first pick, remember that.
Yep. I don't care, it's a terrible hero, stop picking it. Eventually it will work, because if you do something enough times, it's gonna win a game. But
then again, that's also the definition of insanity, isn't it? Doing something, something...
but you should expect different results, because every single game of HoN is different. So, that's a little bit not really applicable, and... Strictly speaking, Albert Einstein as a scientist should know that if you do something over and over and over again in the exact same method, you will still get different results because nothing is ever perfectly the same.
Because they have a control experiment, and that's why it's called a control experiment.
Right, so
because they control all the variables. Anyways, let's talk about this game more.
No.
Bubbles actually getting lane control early on, which is huge for him. He might actually be able to gank now instead of just suffering. Like, Pyro isn't the best support versus Bubbles because when Bubbles reaches level 2, he's just going to take cover every stun. I mean, he has the burst to potentially take him down if he lands the stun, but then Silhouette also needs to be on point because he can't do it alone.
And this isn't exactly a great lane either.
Yeah, like, I would have preferred to have a Magnus... I don't know, not even that.
They can't do that.
Like... now I'm really not liking the fact that the enemy team has Solstice, because Solstice is such a great ganker against aggressive dual lanes, because he's tanky, and so that means that Magnus Pyro, if you were to put them aggressive, would not have enough damage to burst down a ganking Solstice, and instead would just die to, you know, a Luna
Right.
and Doctor and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like how they're playing this, the Legion, the laning at least.
I mean, the more I look at this draft, actually, the less I like it. I don't like the Pyro pick as a hard support. I think it's fine as a dual support, but as your soul, like he's just never gonna stun those bubbles.
It works as a hard support if you put him middle, like
Yeah.
Insania plays him, but
Yeah,
you know he's not being played middle.
he's not a babysit support or a zoning support. It doesn't work. So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue.
Legionnaire getting level 5, which is a pretty big deal. He actually got an illusion rune, and that just let him farm the medium camp.
He
He's
has
at 405. Yeah. If you
That's
don't
impressive.
fuck with Legionnaire's Woods, if you do not fuck with Legionnaire's Woods, he can get so big so fast. That's 3 minutes in. I think that's
Yeah.
the highest without a kill you can possibly have with any hero.
I mean,
Unless
I
you
wouldn't
take
be
Conqueror, of
surprised
course.
because I don't think I've ever seen a 400 GPM hero at 3 minutes in.
And now he has bottle and boots, and I love this. I love this so much. If he goes for a Striders and then PK, he will steamroll this game. Game will be GG. Doctor won't be able to get anything off. Fade would just get wrecked middle. Like, he's level 6 before mid.
Yeah, he should go gang
And he's-
something. Get a kill on that Fade.
think he
can't
is.
jump. Yeah, he's
If
trying to look
Gauntlet
something,
can get a hook off,
or at least bait a stun, I think it's fine. There it is.
but
There's
this
the
is
hook.
like, oh, he didn't
And-
see it.
Yeah, that's
but
real bad. Fade.
then
Oh, gonna
ulti.
hit the stun actually before the taunt goes off. Because
He
a
doesn't
taunt.
have taunt.
Okay.
Okay, I would have
Not
liked him
taunt.
to just ulti then, because
Yeah.
Fade would have died, and there was this like little period where Legionnaire just kind of stood there.
Why didn't he have taunt?
And now, I don't know, and now he's at 350 GPM instead of the 400. That he could have
Okay.
had such an early PK had he just killed the Fade.
Regen
Fade would
rune
have
didn't
lost.
get cancelled. Oh, that's so suffer. Magmus tried to destroy it with a steam bath. In fact, it's going to keep going through, and it looks like Magmus will be falling right here for the bloodlust kill in favor of Saint Rocks. As he uses steam bath
Oh
and
no,
his
Saint
lobsters
Rocks.
to try to control that top rune.
Saint
Bottom lane,
Rocks, if you
meanwhile,
do
Bubble's
this.
going to be able to get away.
Saint Rocks, no,
is he going
please don't do
Alchemist
this.
Bones?
If he is, I think he is.
He's got one glove.
He bought another one. He had 1100 gold. It must have been the gloves. It had to be, because otherwise he would buy Steam Boots right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, well,
I hate this. No. No.
it's that, and that is that bottle his too, or is that mid's bottle? Might be Fade's
Oh,
bottle. Anyway,
that's-
speaking of Fade middle lane, they will get Narcy killed, as Fade had the initiation there. Didn't even have to use the reflection, but the rotation from Aluna successful on the power throw on point. So making appropriate use of Fade.
And Luna.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Just
Aluna.
standing across them. Yeah, that's what I thought. And top lane,
Yeah, it's
Aluna
me.
again. You know, Aluna
Best hero in
doing
the game.
work. Yeah, best hero in the game. Like Aluna with maxed out stun is actually really useful in team fights, but that. Oh, fuck you, Saint Rocks.
Yep, it's
I'm
the
so
Alchemist
done.
Bones.
I'm so done. I'm so done. I'm so done.
He wants to farm. So farm like a boss.
Farm like a mouse. Okay, let's see what Legionnaire is getting though. Ghost Marchers. I don't like this.
That's real
Snowball
weird.
please with early PK. Like, what's the point of going this build if you're not gonna just grab a PK early with bottle and stuff? Like, you're setting yourself out to gank. Nice hook.
Oh, yeah, it's going to hit Fade in the middle lane, and here comes the initiation to follow up, and it will be Chunks with the decapitation. So he does know how to press R. That's good. I was a little worried after before, but seems like the R
I don't
button on
know
his
why he
keyboard is
pressed
now
R
working.
there.
No, it didn't really need to happen, but he wanted to kill,
like the-
man.
Pyro Sun was there. Like, he also had a wave up. I
His-
don't like how Pyro's getting fervor, by the way. That's really bad.
Yeah, it's weird.
He's not going to get many levels, and the levels he does get need to go towards burst, not towards one level in fervor, which does practically nothing anyways. I understand it if you're mid pyro, for example, or like farming pyro, because it helps you a lot in terms of pushing towers early if you're just auto attacking them. But other than that, I never see a reason to pick
Oh,
up fervor.
Faye gonna get the jump over here onto the silhouette. She is level 6, but has no ultimate, of course, and the hasted fade will be sufficient to take out reverse. Did get stunned by the tree grapple right there, but the auto attack went through anyway, and nice jump onto that silhouette. And Night Raid doing some pretty good stuff in the other game here. 4-1 hero kill advantage, and they have a pretty solid gold lead. Experience relatively even, but I mean, I don't think either side has a particularly significant late game advantage when it comes significantly down to who gets the proper initiation off. Although I guess they have a Solstice and the Hellborn in addition to Doctor, so maybe they have.
Well, they have a Legionnaire on.
Yeah, but
Legion, Legionnaire and Legion.
He's
Which
going
also
for a
does quite some
weird
stuff.
build, but I think Solstice is a better late game here than Legionnaires.
Legionnaire is a great initiator, though. If they
Yeah,
manage
he
to
just
use
doesn't
him
do
to
that
lock
much
people down,
damage.
yeah, he really needs to snowball. And like, how he's doing it now is not really working out because, like, I really think he just needs to focus on the PK. He's just getting so far behind. But you know, Saint Drox isn't really doing anything either, so we can't hold him too responsible for anything.
I mean, Saint Rox
Agreed?
isn't doing anything because that's his plan. Like, he's got an Alchemist bonus. He doesn't really want to do anything. He'll gank every so often, but he's looking to go farmer build right here. And Legionnaire with the Ghost Marchers, it's not really a farmer build. It's like, let's go out and fight type build because that's the only reason you get the additional movement speed. Anyway, bottom lane Silhouette could still be in some trouble. Bubble's going to jump in on top. Kelfield's there. The Reflection, obviously, they're well aware of that because they had the tower. So Gauntlet Blast going to come through. The second TP was canceled, so Present 25 going to trade his life for Silhouette right there. Bubbles that Shell Surf back up in 2 seconds, and he should be able to get out of here. Pyromancer trying to find a stun, but Bubbles just going to actually run into Legionnaire, but is he AFK in the brain?
Dude, like, I'm really not liking this. This guy does not know how to play Legionnaire. He's copying Zlapt's build, I think, with the Ghost Marcher's bottle build, but that requires you to actually, like, gank more than what he's doing, and make sure to get those kills. Like, Zlapt played that for a couple games, I remember, right?
Right.
Bottle Ghost Marchers.
Yeah.
And then he would get a PK at, like, 10 minutes, because he just had great farm, because Legionnaire can actually use that bottle really, really efficiently. But this guy, on the other hand, he's like one of those guys he's copying a build to try and emulate what the other person does, but if you don't have enough knowledge of the game,
top lane it is Magnus that dies, so just caught the tail end of that right there, but successful jump from Doctor.
If you don't have enough experience or enough knowledge with Legionnaire, you're gonna fall behind. Like, he had 400 GPM. How did that drop? He got a kill, but he wasted a lot of time, and this is a huge problem when you're going for a build like this. You need to snowball. You very much need to snowball.
I mean, and to be honest, if you can get a super early portal key, that's fine, but I kind of prefer, like, get some health a little bit, yeah. Anyway, Pirate Fagami in the bottom rune and destroyed by Chunks. Because PK is nice, but a lot of the time what happens is you get a good initiation and then you die because you don't have the health to survive. And they have, like, people that can help him out here. They have a Gauntlet and a Magnus. It's not like they significantly lack initiation right here. He's going to need a portal key eventually because you do. But if he turned 400 GPM into a Helm investments at, 2 minutes ago or whatever, then he would have been literally unkillable. There would be no situation in which he would have died to the Hellborn team. No reasonable situation.
But here's the problem with that. All of the Hellborn team has a way of stopping his charge. Every single one of them. Which is an issue.
Sure, but that's why you have Gauntlet and Magnus.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like...
Oh, top lane, there's the Solstice ultimate right on top of Magnus, so speaking of him getting a jump by 2 heroes, and Saint Rox with some nice positioning right there. Finds the kill. I mean, Legionnaire's not going to get a kill by himself with a naked PK anyway. Unless it's on a Luna, maybe.
When your jungle is not being molested by the enemy team, yes, I said molested, it is possible to get a PK at 8 minute 30.
Okay.
If you get Strider's bottle.
He's got it at 11.5, which is fine.
Yeah, okay. 11.5, but at this point, Fade might be getting too many levels to just one-shot with that one other person. I mean, Had he had his PK 2 or 3 minutes ago, okay, Gauntlet Hook coming in on the Fade.
Yeah, and they're going to hit that with the Blast as well. Infernal Instability doing a lot of damage, but Fade actually going to get the counter stun. Will pop the power supply. Meanwhile, bottom lane it is the Bubbles that gets picked off. So, nice initiation there from the Gauntlet, but his combo of stuff is not sufficient to get a kill. Right, so in that sort of situation, yeah, the PK initiation is nice, but, you know, do they get that kill if he's a little tankier? Maybe not, but he needs the support anyway. So if you're going to have the support, I'd rather be tanky. Yeah, it's going to help you farm faster.
Regardless, I think we will both agree on this next statement. Why the Ghost Marchers? Because
yeah, that's weird.
Like, what's the point of getting this if you're just gonna like not be active or farm for like tanky items? Like, he could have kept the red boots. I mean, he would be slightly less effective, but it would be something. And actually, ancients.
Well, I'm gonna find a couple of heroes down here. He's got a double damage room, but really can't find an angle for a hook as the Hellborn team successfully evaded the distance that they need to cover.
Now the scouting coming in.
And all of a sudden, here comes Faye with the reflection active. He's gonna find the Gauntlet, looking to open with the auto attack to get the additional damage, but wants to find the 2-man and can't quite do so. The rest of his team not really interested in following it up, so they will not open. Lose a couple of Dragon Masters, but nobody dies. And the Reflection Fade going to continue to run through the woods. Actually, that does run out right now, so they don't know where she is, but she also can't tree walk anymore.
Did you know that Terrifying Charge from Legionnaire is base damage? It's 300% of your base damage, so Ghost Marches doesn't actually do anything for you because it doesn't add strength. Bottom lane, Stun goes in on Fade,
and that's going to be a kill. She can't get out. Her illusion just died, and all of a sudden Pyromancer could be in a lot of trouble as well. Kelpfield, and it's just the one. Magnus looking for initiation, finds us onto 2. Legionnaire's there as well. We'll see 1 and 2 dead. No, yeah, finally they do manage to finish off the Illuna. Looks like Fade trying to get out of here. We'll see if she can actually escape. They don't have too much else left. Gauntlet actually hits the hook onto Magnus. That was a little bit unfortunate, but still a solid trade for the Legion side. They did lose their silhouette, but they stopped the opposing team's suicide and support. So maybe it wasn't a good trade. Maybe it was an even trade.
Yeah, had they gotten the Fade kill, it would have been a huge trade for them. It would have gotten them back in this game, but silhouette is way more valuable than the two, well, the suicide and the support, I think.
I don't think way more valuable, but probably more valuable.
Well, I mean, Bubbles got the levels. He's done what he needed to do. Like,
that's true.
He did a great job this game, if you compare it to the previous games, at least.
Compared to the previous 2 games, sitting in the well would have been a great job. Because you would have had more form. Yeah.
But yeah, I still find it weird that Reverse is the one playing the silhouette. Maybe he has more experience with that hero.
That's my guess.
Didn't they get a ringer? Because they didn't have power before.
I think Legend was not in the team on the first 2 games. Diglett's gone. That's what I was wondering. Like, I was thinking somebody's gone, right? Yeah, it's Diglett's gone. Anyway, Gauntlet gonna be found here. The power throw coming in from Illuna to help finish off that kill. Silhouette is here, perhaps looking for some counter jumps, and they're trying to finish off this Fade, and they definitely will do so as Chunks finishes off the kill with the Terrifying Charge. So they lose Gauntlet, but they pick off the Fade, so it's a 1-for-1, and that's fine.
And you have the Solstice just farming away with his like Alchemist Bones. He's getting an Insanitarius now, I think.
And we have pretty similar farm on all of the real late game heroes in the game. As nope, we don't. I'm sorry. That was I was reading the wrong thing. I thought it was Legionnaire. Speaking of Legionnaire, they're going to jump in on top of the Doctor Repulsor. I don't think they have enough lockdown. Yes, they do. Because there's an R button.
On Legionnaire, really?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't have an ultimate. It's pretty great once you reach level 11 with Legionnaire, because no one expects you to be able to ulti you when you have half health. You know? Yep. It's just suddenly like, oh, well,
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Especially considering the amount of health that is on most of these Hellborn heroes.
I really hate Doctor's build.
It's not great. Yeah, I was wondering about that. First time Hellflower, Nullstone, please. Just Nullstone.
Yeah, like Nullstone would have been so much better. Like even against the Gauntlet Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop everything. Like he's never gonna get locked down and killed if he has Nullstone. Even without a shrunken head, I don't think they can kill him.
Also, look at the single target spells from the Legion. Magnus 0, but you know there's nothing you can really do about a Magnus.
Terrifying Charge.
Yeah, And Terrifying Charge is also a skill you don't want to waste on a null stone because
Right.
it's just an amazing skill. It does 300% of your base damage. Like,
Yeah,
well,
it's weird. I don't know. Hellflower first. It's gonna be annoying, especially against the silhouette. But she's going for a null stone, so Dr. Pulster's gonna have
Solstice?
to combo this particularly well. And you know he could be in some trouble here. Gonna get jumped out by the Legionnaire and Magnus. Yeah, there's the taunt after the PK. Magnus looking to line up the stun. There, that is Silhouette coming in here for some additional damage. But actually, Solstice gonna turn this with a 2-man stun. He's manning up and fighting this. He actually nearly kills the Magnus. And the tick is not going to take out Ryansky, but nearly did so.
that was kind of scary.
Yeah.
But it's strange how they managed to just run through mid like that. I mean, they did counter a warg at mid just a second ago, so you would expect them to go do something, especially if they're all missing from the map. Like, no one was on the map, and St. Drux is like, La-ti-da, I'm just going to do what I've been doing all game and farm.
Well, he was having a good time. He likes the woods.
Yeah, the woods are nice. And King
Wants to
Plato
go camping.
actually being
Yeah,
picked
King
off
Plato got destroyed.
by Gauntlet.
He
Yeah,
died too fast
Gauntlet
for me
Blast.
to realize what was happening.
Yeah, I had the same problem. You know, these people just they need to
Anyway,
live longer.
bottom lane, it's going to be Legionnaire going up against the Bubbles, but Fade's going to come in for some support as the Kelpfield goes onto the 1. There's the reflection stun into the right click, and actually a nice stun for throw from Aluna. Assist with the kill. Bubbles picks it up. Gauntlet going to miss the hook. He's got a haste turn active though, so they really can't follow up on him. And nice catch onto Chunks. And we're going to slow down a little bit here. He's got 415 GPM, and losing kills like that are not great.
Also, he did pick up the helm now, so he is tanky.
Yep.
Which I like. Like, he should
gonna
go
find the
tanky
hook in the
after
middle
that.
lane onto Fade, and she will get the stun off. 2-man stun from Aluna as well. Solstice in the background. They still will kill present. We'll see if they can actually get anything else out of this. Doesn't look like they can. St. Rock's being chased down by a multitude of heroes on the Legion side. Aluna does not have anything left. She has a stun in a couple of seconds, but it's not going to be sufficient. Here comes King Plato, but he gets stunned as well, and then the Magnus is there for the follow-up. The hook from the Gauntlet, and he's going to die. So the Hellborn team, one by one, they throw themselves into the Gauntlet of the Legion side. I'm so funny. Aluna looks like she might get caught out here as well. Stun goes through, and the cup auto attacks. No, can't finish her off. Yes, they can. It's Legend with the kill. So 4 heroes dead.
Dude, Magnus showing how strong that hero is.
That hero's
how many
a
stuns
strong
did he use
hero.
there?
3?
4 stuns?
3 or 4?
maybe?
Something like that.
Well, initiation, then back on the Doctor, and then on the Luna. Okay, it was 3 stuns, but each one of them secured a kill.
Yeah.
Every single one of those stuns secured a kill.
And a couple of instances prevented his hero from dying, or his allies from dying. Like Silhouette probably would have fallen right there if Magnus didn't stun when he did.
Yep.
So
Magnus,
good hero.
Let's see, cooldowns from Magnus stun. Cooldown is 11 seconds from Magnus and 12 seconds from Fade.
And by the way, he's got his portal key right now, so just completing that about 20 minutes. So not great timing
Pretty good
overall, but fine for a Suicide Magnus.
Exactly. That's what I was about to get to. I think it's good for Suicide Magnus, especially with the amount of kills he just got. Like,
oh, bottom lane,
Chunks.
speaking of kills.
Stop killing things. Stop killing things, guys. I'm trying to talk.
Stop playing the game. Shorkan has things to say.
Yeah, exactly. But now Chunks is level 15, so he is leading XPM, I think, by quite a lot. Gauntlet close behind. And Narcy's been playing a great Gauntlet.
I would really like to see him get at least investments right here. They do have a fair bit of magic damage in the Hellborn team, and it's going to assist him a lot in his survivability.
Are they letting it deny? Oh.
No, they're not going to deny it. So they wanted, I guess, to get the Legion to get the kill, because then it's better gold spread.
The fake back.
Yep, and it's going to be Solstice gets caught right here by 2 heroes. Silhouette actually ports out to her Illusion. Ultimate from Solstice going to be there, and it's going to kill the Illusion. All of a sudden, Gauntlet in a bad position, so St. Rox finishes off that kill. Reverse,
what the hell?
trying to play something fancy, but I think he was looking to leave to avoid some damage and then come back in. But
that doesn't work.
That didn't work all that well. Yeah, Magma's going to be able to find Bubbles right here in the middle of the Hellborn Woods, and that'll be 1 kill. Reflection gets activated by the Fade. And
what's he getting?
Tablet,
I'm assuming?
It's either a push book or a puzzle box, right? So
Tablet isn't really, like, that good right now. Like, if you tablet someone who's been Legionnaire taunted, they just run back at him.
Yeah.
I don't know, like...
Tablet's just a good item, so it's possible
in general,
they want a
yeah,
couple of them. And
PK, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it might be the puzzle box, like I said in the beginning of the game. Anyway, speaking of Fade, she's going to get jumped from middle lane once again as the initiation follow-up is there in chunks. Yet another kill for him. He's 8-1-3 and nearly 450 GPM, so having some fun times right here. And actually, pretty much everybody else has fallen off in this game. Reverse has picked up his farm a little bit from the 300 he was at before, but King Plato falling below 400 GPM. And St. Rock's just going under that mark now. And the Alchemist Bones is not turning him into a ridiculously farmed carry, so
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe it wasn't a great pickup. No,
Maybe.
just saying.
Like, especially if you go Alchemist Bones and then Insanitarius, they seem kind of similar items, and he has 0 team items right now.
Right.
Like,
Now, King Plato
he could
top
have
lane
done-
gets destroyed as the jump potential from the Legion side is just too much. PK and Gauntlet, PK on Magnus means runaway potential for Dr. Repulsor is severely limited. And that's
I want staff now, by the way, on the chunks.
yeah, the repeated cooldowns. I really want Vestments. He needs magic resistance.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
That's very true.
yeah, fine, go for the staff if you want it, but you need magic resistance, man. You can't do that without magic resistance. They will kill the bottom tower. 2 TPs, though, means that Bubbles is actually going to be okay because he took cover the taunt. He has a 2-man Kelfield. Here comes Fade, another 2-man stun, and all of a sudden, the Legion team is falling like crazy. They managed to pick up the Silhouette and the Legionnaire in quick succession along with the tower, so nice follow-up there for Night Raid as they get an objective and then get the hero kills, and they may turn this into even more. So it's going to be the push book from Fade, by the way, and she will finish that up. I really would have preferred the puzzle box, but I'm okay with push book. Just having them is good, and they don't have one yet. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
and that was quite a big deal there. I mean, they lost their entire lead of like 3k gold just
Yeah.
because of that little misstep. Big hook.
Oh, yeah, in the middle lane, but we'll see if they actually get anything out of this. Yeah, Magma's going to find the stun, so King Plato going to fall once again. And he's basically just been feeding massively as GG Slayer eats the Blazing Strike. They do manage to finish off the Pyromancer, and we'll see if they can get anything else out of this. Aluna with a 2-man stun. Magmus, though, catches it onto Aluna. Pushbook forward on a Gauntlet. And then actually we'll get a Solstice ultimate onto 2. There's the power throw getting wound up, and that will finish off the Magmus. So we lose 4 heroes on the lead. Sorry, 3 heroes in that fight. I guess Legionnaire just still respawning, but
Legionnaire should have bought back there. That would have been a genocide. I
they
think.
probably could have finished up the other 3 if it was a buyback at CP.
The Hellborn have overrun a
I mean,
Legion
I
of
know that you're reluctant to use buybacks, but if you can get 3 kills with it, it's pretty big.
And I think on a hero like Legionnaire, it's more okay to use them in the mid game. I mean, if it was Silhouette,
Yeah.
it's a little bit. Well, that was interesting.
Well, I mean, Silhouette even has like utility though, because well, not utility so to speak, but like he can be back in the fight immediately if
With
his
the
Silhouette
illusion. By the way, you're
is
turning
up.
into a robot.
I'm turning into a robot. Okay,
Yeah, you're definitely a robot.
that's pretty cool.
Okay. Shorkan a robot, and so we'll see what we can do about that. All right, let's see how this is.
Is this better? And reverse in the bottom
Oh
lane?
yeah, he's in real trouble. Gonna get killed as the silence is there. So it's a little bit better. We'll see how it stays.
Pyro though.
Yeah, gonna find the Fade. Blazing Strike is not available though, and all of a sudden he's realizing maybe that wasn't such a great plan in the first place. Legionnaire gonna get the charge off onto Fade because for some reason he didn't get hit by the Kelp Field. I guess it was put down before. Lego got in there, nice PK away from Bubbles right before the taunt goes through. And that'll
Magnus
be
channeled his
a
ultimate.
decent trade. Oh, that's actually really good for the Hellborn team. By the way, King Plato's pushing top lane.
Is he?
He's starting to push the base. And the Legion have
I still don't like
a little interest
his
in that.
Magnus now in some trouble, but the big
I think
taunt
he's
catch.
okay, yeah, Legionnaire gonna be able to get both of these heroes. No kills though, he just doesn't have any damage. And St.
Narcy
Rock's
getting
at,
killed.
okay, yeah.
Fine.
Fine. You do the camera then.
I do the camera then.
I don't
But,
know what's happening.
It's just Gauntlet, like one-shotting Doctor, because
everybody-
Doctor has no investments.
And 1,000 health.
Why- Yeah, like I hate this build so
Alright,
much.
and okay, I'm gonna pose this question to you here, Shorkan. If he had a nullstone, do you
Would
think
he
he
have
would be
died?
dying like that?
No, I do not.
Alright,
But then again, Gauntlet does have a tablet.
okay.
He might have still died.
Here's the thing though. A nullstone gives you plus 10 to strength.
Oh, what?
How
It
much
does?
does a Hellflower give? I don't remember, but I think it's 0.
0. Yes.
So, that means he has 1,000 health right now. Right?
Well, would 190 health helped him? I don't know. You didn't see the kill.
We didn't, but my estimation, yeah. Maybe it
Gauntlet
wouldn't have
Blast is
prevented him from
500
dying.
magic damage.
Maybe it wouldn't have prevented him from dying, but it would have at least helped. Anyway, level 16 Faye with the reflection active in the Legion Woods as they continuously try to screw with this team on the Night Raid side. And Legionnaire going to go farm a camp. And they might be looking to jump him right here. We see Bubbles off to the side continuously not leaving. So that might be their plan. The issue is the entire Legion team is basically holding hands at this point. So if they jump with the Fade, then she's probably going to die. Alright, we're approaching the 28-minute mark here, so just about half an hour into this game, and Hellborn with a slight goal advantage. A little bit of the experience lead, though, on the Legion team, so really a relatively even game all around. And with their somewhat surprising ability to continuously shut down this Dr. Repulsor and stop his snowball, which I thought was going to get a little bit crazy, Silhouette's kind of back into this game now. They still really aren't addressing the St. Rock's Solstice, but oh well.
Who cares? Well, I mean, you should care because
you can't have
it's
everything.
very likely. Yeah, like the Abyssal now picked up and a Basher. Like this Solstice is fat, and he's just soloing Kong.
Yeah, well, look, man, doesn't like monkeys. I don't know why. Doesn't like monkeys.
Target eliminated.
Doctor just jumps in there and steals a token.
I really don't think that was good. Anyways,
yeah, Invis Fade
Darcy-
gonna be able to find Gauntlet. We'll see if they can actually get out of this. No, they can't. Eye gonna be dropped right there. Ultimate from Solstice doesn't really hit anybody. Blazing Strike will finish off the token immediately. Eruption getting charged up as well onto Fade. She's gonna be falling. That's the first one to die on the Hellborn team. So, well, I guess the token's the one. St. Rock's gonna be able to finish off Pyromancer. And the illusion from Silhouette's gonna fall right here. Magnus gonna get a stun onto just a Dr. Repulsor. Still has enough mana to continue this chase. 40 away though from Legionnaire, and he will TP on out. So a successful evasion from the Legion team. They do lose 2 heroes, but they also kill the Fade and get rid of the token immediately. So that's not the worst engagement for them by any means.
Legionnaire's still on his ulti up. I have a feeling that they could have done some big turns with Silhouette and Magnus and Legionnaire. Like, those are the 3 main heroes right now for team fights, because Gauntlet kind of just got bursted down.
Right.
Which is strange, because it's a Gauntlet and you expect him to be tanky, but I guess not.
He has 1800 health, so yeah.
But no vestments.
Again, buy vestments, people. Anyway, Taunt is going to go through onto St. Rock's. There's a 2-man Lava Surge stun. Did it actually hit St. Rock's, though? I don't think it did. And they will get the opposite charges onto the Silhouette. That's going to be 1 kill. I did get the 9 entire successfully, by the way. Dr. Repulsor jumping forward. He wants more. Dragonfire Stun will connect on the background, though. And Magma's going to hit 2. There's the Decapitate. Illumina probably going to be falling right here as she dies to the Steam Bath. And the rest of this Legion team. Oh god, here comes Gauntlet right back in. Gauntlet Blast going to be able to finish off Bubbles. There goes St. Rock's as well. As the response from the guys on Disposable, or Disp, or whatever, is way too substantial. Fade coming back in this fight as he respawns, but no hero kills to be found, and he will just have to back off. By the way, second push finished up on Bubbles.
Yeah. What's with the push books, man?
And Storm Spirit is the item for Elena, which I like.
The initiation was really, really bad from the Legionnaire and Magnus targeting the Solstice rather than the Dr. Repulsor, who they could have been one-shotted. Like, you kind of just want to ignore the Solstice at this point because he has the potential to do a lot of damage, but you just need to keep him. You need to kite him.
Yeah.
And like he does. I understand he does a lot of damage, but if you manage to kite him, that damage is just so like minuscule. Like the only way that Solstice is going to do damage is if the other people on his team manage to lock you down, like the Fade, like the Illuna, and like the Dr. Repulsor as well. So you really can't be targeting the Solstice because then everybody on your team will be disabled. Fade actually looking to go on this Magnus right now, but supporting cast with an eye.
Yeah,
Does Fade see this?
she
Yes, he
could be
does.
in some trouble. She has to get into the trees so they don't get vision of her, but they may have caught a glimpse. They are going to all back off and stand together, so at the very least they're aware that Fade's annoying. And honestly, this is one of the reasons I feel like Fade may be a little bit underpicked, either as a support or a core, is mean, you can see that what she's forcing the Legion team to do. They have to be together a lot of the time. They're having to carry this eye, and the Hellborn team is just getting so much vision out of this. They know exactly what the Legion team are doing constantly. So
I would really prefer it though on as semi-support.
yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like a tablet is a great item on him because you can then save your team with it, and the vision you get. Like, you can't have a core running around wasting time like this, scouting out the enemy team when, you know, there's farm to be taken by a Fade. But now he's just wasting time, and this is truly, I think, just... Look at the 2 couriers scouting, by the way. This is just a waste of time for the Fade, because he's not going to have any item progression at all. Like, he has the PK, he's done. He's done now.
I honestly think it's okay, because they have Saint Rocks. They're going to go in on the Pyromancer because the PK out, so... About initiation, and the Kelfield's there too, so the free pick on the Pyromancer. Not bad. That was pretty funny.
That was great. I like that.
That was funny.
That was funny. Like, he just managed to PK out, so nice timing from him. Magnus wasted his stun so they can follow up on the bubbles. Bubbles actually PKing in, and then, well, jumping in and then PKing out because he likes to live dangerously.
Anyway, so I feel like it's okay for Faye to do what he's doing in this game because you do have a Dr. Repulsor and a Solstice both farming. So the fact that Faye is continuously keeping an eye on the Legion team is good. They don't take all the farm, but the threat of Fade is constantly on their minds.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty clear they're not anywhere by themselves ever because they know they can get sighted and picked off by the Fade. And
but the same exact thing would happen if it was a semi-support, right?
Well, I'm not sure, because would she have the PK and the pushbook at this point?
Okay.
No. I mean, would she have the pushbook at all? Maybe, probably, but she also wouldn't have as many levels and stuff like that. It's a different situation.
The one thing I can say is that she probably would not have the levels. That's the most important thing on Fade. To be able to scout around every, like... He has 10-second cooldown right now if you manage just to get a full...
Yeah, it's a 10-second downtime, so...
Yeah, 10-second downtime. But yeah. Anyways, if Fade, a semi-support, managed to reach the late game like this and just reach level 17, he would do the exact same thing. It would be the exact same, like...
More or less same utility,
purpose. Yeah. Had the bubbles been a madman, I would completely agree with the Fade.
Saint Rocks, you might be in some trouble right here. Gauntlet Blast gonna go through. We'll see if they try to save him. He's pretty tanky, but he's still gonna get killed. Really no situation in which he got out of that, and some pretty aggressive farm is generally coming out from this Hellborn team. They really want to lock down these Legion Woods, but they don't have any vision whatsoever thanks to that Bound Eye.
Bubbles
might be
in trouble as well.
Well, he's going to get pushbook away, but he actually gets stunned by Magnus. Couldn't take cover. Right? Can be taunted. No. Take cover is there. They're waiting for him to come back out of it, and GG Slayer not going to survive. So that's 2 kills for the Hellborn team. Both of them dead for the next minute. They do both have buybacks, though. And it looks like the Legion might be interested in pushing after they get that. So 1 courier down.
Good that
good thing they bought 2.
Magnus used Steam Bath, though. It stopped the bubble speaker, I'm pretty sure.
That was a mistake.
Fade
Popped R and then accidentally hit one of the creeps. It's like, god damn it. I can't sit here for a minute, so I might as well just TP.
Now the XP lead is getting kind of out of control. This is usually what you would see if the gold lead is in the same way. But I think that this is mainly because there's too much farm, which is not something that happens often for the Hellborn to actually take. Like with Fade being so indisposed at any point in time, they're missing out on farm. And if you had your stats right now, you would probably see that their creep efficiency was lower than that of the Legion.
I don't know, we can just look at the creep scores and estimate.
Actually,
I don't think so. No, Hellborn are definitely ahead in creep score. Anyway, Dr. Bolt's gonna get caught out here. Nice evasion of the gauntlet hook right there. It's gonna allow him to survive. By the way, Doctor did go Shrunken Hedge. He's had that for a little while now, but that's gonna help him. The problem is it actually gonna get off in these team fights? Or is he just gonna get taunted and killed?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think Doctor is pretty decent versus Legionnaire because you usually want to move around and don't get caught by a Legionnaire.
Right.
But that depends heavily on the player of the Dr. Repulsor. I mean, if he doesn't know what he's doing, then that's going to show, and he's just going to die in every single team fight before he can get much off. because you know it's a doctor. You usually get something off.
And I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, okay, Shorkan Head's good against a lot of this team, but then against Legionnaire and Silhouette, it's just not all that effective.
And Gauntlet, for that matter, like Gauntlet's Enfeeble, Ulti, and Hook
Yeah.
go through Shorkan.
That's true.
It's insane. Even if it's
Still-
just for the 1.5 second stun.
I still don't understand.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if you have
agree.
the
I'm
money
agreeing with
for... No, I am. I'm making a different thing. I'm just saying, I don't understand. Like, if you have money for Shrunken Head, get a damn Nullstone.
Oh,
Just please stop. Yeah, Fade is...
they found Fade.
Right, but like, look at this. It's taking... There are 4 heroes trying to hunt down this Fade, and they can't find her, and they can't kill her, and they're pretty much all wasting time. Random taunts from Legionnaire in the next to the side shop. Like, this hero is screwing with them so hard.
Dude, they're looking for ghosts. It looks like they're just spooked. Like this is literally what it's like to be spooked. And look at this Solstice. I hate it when Solstices do this. They pick up the Firebrand before they pick up the Icebrand.
You see TPs all over the place. We'll see if Fade cancels any of them. Yes, she will. In fact, Magma's not going to be able to get out of there, so there's a successful defense of the top lane, and King Plato going to get caught out here. Hey, look, he didn't get his Shrunken Head off. What a surprise. Anyway, Solstice going to charge the ultimate onto 2 Legion heroes. Pyromancer's definitely going to fall. Magma's managed to get out of there with the portal key. And Solo coming back in with the illusion. We'll pop the double damage. As,
look at
the
shadow.
I'm watching the shadow just run away. That was pretty funny.
Oh, it disappeared.
Yeah,
That's
it's
too
gone.
bad.
That was pretty funny.
God damn it, game. Why do you do this?
Well, it had to go attack that silhouette.
It did. Similar to what happens with Spider from Arachna.
Yeah.
If you port to base while the Spider's on you, the Spider's just going to chase you all the way. I actually was playing Scrim today, ringing for Solar Club, when the Spider actually chased me to base and killed me because I was playing full support.
How? What?
And that was it. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was a level 16 Arachna, and I was Monarch. I stopped paying attention. I started using a disconnected thing because someone was disconnected and couldn't get back into the game, and then the Spider ended up killing me because it lasts like 60 seconds or
but
something.
like in the well, your regen should be good enough.
Yeah, but I'm Monarch. The towers and shit don't attack it. It just attacked me 4 times and I died. I was like level 4.
Is she gonna get out of here? That's a fake. It's fine. Don't listen to me. Konghor dies, by the way, in the meantime, to St. Rox, once again soloing that thing. He's going to guard a token of life right here as King Plato wants it. And you can certainly understand why, but maybe this time he won't waste it immediately. And I kind of feel like St. Rox should have the token. He doesn't really have room for it.
Well, put the Alchemist Bones on the courier,
yeah.
and then have it with you all the time, and then just use it when you need to. It's incredibly efficient. Like it's a really bad item spot anyways, like 30 attack speed. Steam Boots gives you that. I mean, it's decent, but it's not the most amazing thing.
Steam Boost gives you plus 25 attack speed.
Oh,
Get
I'm
your
so
shit
sorry.
together, Shorkan. What are you even
so
doing
sorry.
here? Come on, man.
It used to be 30. It used to be 30.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. It used to be 30.
You're supposed to be the insight here, the pro-competitive stuff. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get stuff like that wrong. It's my responsibility to do whatever I want, and it doesn't matter, and it's your responsibility to do things right. That's how this works. Anyway, Gauntlet, gonna miss the hook onto Dr. Repulsor right there. Still wants to keep going as Doctor has no mana. Gauntlet Blast will go through. Hey look, he doesn't have a Shrunken Head up. I wonder if he'll get one off.
No, he won't.
He won't, apparently, because he doesn't want to
the
use one. I don't know why. Use your damn Shrunken King. Finally, King Plato uses it. Storm Spirit's going off all over the place. Meanwhile, Aluna is trying to chase down the Legionnaire as they will finish off Magnus the Kelp Field. Legionnaire didn't get hit by the Kelp Field, though, so he's just going to run away. Should be able to get the PK on out as Pyromancer is going to instead be the one that they could sacrifice. Hellflower actually is going to stop the portal key. And all of a sudden, Legionnaire in a lot of trouble. The question is, do they have the lockdown to kill him? Yes, they do. There's one stun into the power throw. They go finally deciding, whatever, I'll do as much damage as I can. I'm not getting out of this. And Crescent can actually get a Retribution streak. Not bad. So that was a pretty big series of engagements because all of a sudden this top lane, which has been steadily been worked on by King Plato, can be turned into some tower kills and maybe some racks. There is no buyback on Magnus or Pyro.
I would like you to look at a slot in Legionnaire's inventory, which I so heavily disagree with and puke upon seeing.
Anyway,
Nice
it's
hook
gonna be
from
fade,
the gauntlet,
yeah,
catching
real
the
dead.
fade.
And they're going to want more here. Legionnaire's back in with that buyback that he has. Obviously, nobody else has got one. Silhouette jumping forward, trying to get something else out of this fight. My guess is that they won't. Dr. Repulsor hits away, no problem. Meanwhile, it's Solstice going up against the Gauntlet, but the rest of the Legion side is going to have his back. Gauntlet gets the hook with the stun, and then there's the Magma stun, and there's a whole bunch of damage, so St. Rock's a little bit too optimistic in terms of how powerful he is. Not great. Okay, so the Legionnaire problem, you mean the Hellflower? No, you gotta be okay with that. What's wrong with the Hellflower?
I really wanted the staff. Like, had he gotten the staff instead of both the Soul's Bulwark and the Hellflower when he was doing really great farming-wise, he would have taken over this game. But right now, he's just like faded back into the background, I feel. Like, he's not doing the big pickoffs. It's been mainly Gauntlet. And Gauntlet actually also going for a Hellflower instead of a puzzle box. He would have... I think a puzzle box would have been great this game.
On both sides. Fade should have got one, Gauntlet should have got one. More puzzle boxes, people. Get puzzle boxes.
Yeah, puzzle box is a great item, team.
Good item. Every team
And especially on
one.
someone like... yeah, every team. Just every team out there. But puzzle box is also great for Gauntlet while you're going to initiate on, let's say, the Doctor or the Bubbles or the Fade or anyone, because it's a shit ton of damage. And people don't realize that. If you manage to just press tab, Q, click, that's literally what it takes to get the wizard to use his Q on anyone.
Yeah.
It's great. It's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Bad idea. You had it. You had me all the way until the end there, and then you lost me.
Look at Gauntlet Illusion, by the way, doing work.
Screwing with the entire
It's so
team. Anyway,
funny.
there's the Hellflower. On to Legionnaire. Gonna get caught by the Kelpfield here, but he's kind of tanky, and the rest of the Legion team is available. Eruption, though, didn't get used by Magnus, and he's gonna die. There goes the Pyromancer before he can get his burst off, too. So, Legionnaire coming back in. There's the one dunk, but obviously can't refresh because no ultimate token gets used by the Dr. Repulsor. Gauntlet, actually, nice Storm Spirit will prevent anything from happening. Solstice finishes up the charge, and that'll be a genocide in favor of the Hellborn team. So the entire Night Raid squad is still alive except for Fade. So when I say entire, I don't mean entire. Most of them.
St. Rock's kind of late to the party, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and ulti now because I feel like it. You know,
That's fine.
my teammates did enough. I can care. I can show up to be the hero.
I don't understand why they had the initiation right there. Magnus is a portal key, and you didn't come in with Eruption.
Well, Dr. Repulsor managed to get his Shorkan off, and he just held that Legionnaire in place for so long that his team was actually able to come get him, because Legion doesn't do that much through his Shrunken. So right now the Shrunken is doing work, but
When he
it
gets the
only
Shrunken off,
works
it is
when he uses it. Yeah. But I
That's
mean, he
true.
jumped with it on pretty much. Like, this early on, it worked really well because it was the second time that he used it. A 9-second Shrunken is still a huge amount of time. Like, 9 seconds, that's the difference between, I don't know, you can win a fight in 9 seconds.
You can win 2 fights in 9 seconds.
Probably. Behemoth is quite nasty.
Yeah, so the counter Hellflower is really the difference. You know, whoever's gonna get the Shrunken head off first, and then whoever's gonna get the Hellflower off first between the Legionnaire and the Dr. Repulsor is gonna do a lot of work in these team fights. I still would have preferred the Nullstone, and he got a Nullstone, so I don't understand why you need a
He
Shrunken
listened
anymore.
finally.
Yeah, but now you don't need the Shrunken.
No, now he just needs to... No, I think the Shrunken is still good against Magnus. And
Yeah,
Pyro.
but I don't think it's necessary to get a Shrunken just for Magnus or Pyro.
No. Well,
Even between the two of them, if you're getting hit by that many spells, you're gonna die. I'm sorry, but if
Okay,
your Dr.
but-
Repulsor is and you're gonna get hit by that many spells, you got problems that are unrelated to Shrunken heads. Anyway, St. Rock's the top lane is gonna die. He got his Shrunk. He did not get a Shrunken off because he didn't have a Shrunken. I thought he was glowing orange or yellow.
No.
He was not.
no, it's fine.
Oh well.
This is St. Rock's. St. Rock's.
St.
Also,
Rock's can get a Shrunken because he doesn't have
Yes.
Doctor's mobility, so he can get a Shrunken head. That's fine.
but I wanted to actually say something. Someone in the chat mentioned Silu did nothing this game. And I completely agree with that statement. He hasn't even split pushed all the outer towers. Like, I don't know what he's doing, man.
That's true.
Like, we're talking about King Plato doing nothing, but
He was constantly
Silhouette,
pushing the top lane. Yeah, anyway, there's another engagement right here. Kelfield actually onto 3. Dr. Pulsar coming in. There's a 5-second stun from Aluna, and they will manage to finish off Nursey as well as the Pyromancer. And the Hellborn inside. I've already lost 2 heroes, but they're going to start to return some damage. Legionnaire falling. Magnus going to get out of there with the portal key. Looks like he will be able to do so. No, they get the push block on out as they barely had the vision. Not sure how, but they managed to find it. Magnus in a lot of trouble and will die. Silhouette is the only survivor of his team. And, I mean, he's leading his team in assists. She's only got 4 kills and 8 deaths and stuff like that. He hasn't been the most active Silhouette. But yeah. I don't really consider that the biggest problem that the Legion team have. It's the Legionnaire, despite being 15, 6, and 7, isn't doing very much. Like, he's got all these kills and, you know, a fair amount of gold, but doesn't really feel like he's actually doing anything. Silence goes through on that is the real Silhouette, by the way, and that's going to be a kill. So they baited out the swap with the Solstice, and all of a sudden it's going to be Mega Creeps.
Yep.
Because Solstice has Silhouette has buyback and she needs to use it, like right now. If they don't want to lose this game.
The Hellborn has overrun a Legion FOB.
Pyro's respawn, yeah. There's the buyback on Silhouette. We're gonna have Legionnaire back up in 20 seconds though, and it's maybe not gonna matter. Pyromancer getting caught out, that'll be a kill, and the other 2 heroes just working on the racks, going, alright, fine, Silhouette, you wanna fight? She pops the Shorkan head, gets back into the well, and she should be okay, but yeah, nothing she can do about this. That's Mega Creeps, that's game.
Yeah.
And I don't see any way that Hellborn are coming back from this. Anyway, Kelfield and Hellflower onto the Gauntlet, so they get that kill. That's nice for them, I guess. Taunt goes through from Legionnaire onto a lot of heroes. Cheap Stick, though, onto the Silhouette, and looks like everybody in the Hellborn side surviving. Nice power throw from Luna, doing a lot of damage. They get 2 kills, and they're diving the tower right, or they're diving the well right now, because hey, why not? Dr. Pulsar gonna be able to get out of there. He does not have a token of life anymore. Nice Storm Spirit, and is he gonna survive? Yep, there's a Sheep Stick as well. All of a sudden, Magnus is dead again. That was a pretty funny exchange. Yeah, and these two teams know each other, by the way, so that's quite friendly banter. It's,
also, the pause was there. Yeah, they're trolling. They're probably just.
I'm sure they're trolling, and that's why we have auto skip pause. So suck it.
The Hellborn
can't troll us.
Legion FOB.
Anyway, so that'll be tier 4 towers. Looks like the shrine eventually falls.
Bye, Bubbles.
Yay, Bubbles died. Yeah, well, shrine can die before Pyromancer can fall. So. In the end, series going to Night Raid through 2-1. So emerging victorious in both games 2 and 3 to overcome an early 1-game deficit. Then name is irrelevant. Showed some decent stuff in this series, I feel like, especially considering they're coming up from Silver Division and it's a bunch of players that either haven't played a lot, don't play a lot anymore, whatever. But Night Raid still a little bit too much for them to handle. So final thoughts here, Shorkan, game series. What do you got?
It's difficult for me to say what actually happened in that game to make them all get like completely wrecked in the end, because it just kind of spiraled out of control. With like the fact that Fade was able to distract them for so long. So Solstice was actually farming the Legion woods for like half the time, maximizing their efficiency because Doctor was in his own woods, and then you have the Bubbles still getting farm in some places. You know, everything was really slow, and it just went slowly from being a like 1 game for the Legion. It just slowly like went into this like negative spiral of stupid little jukes from a Fade, you know. Like, I don't know how else to describe it.
I mean,
other than like Fade running around woods.
If you want to talk about space creation,
that's one way to do it.
The Fade created, like, because they never ganked the Hellborn Woods. They never, ever, ever ganked the Hellborn Woods because they were so concerned with finding the damn Fade in their own woods that they were committing all this time and all these heroes to chasing down a hero that's really difficult to find and kill. And it was hilarious to watch, and eventually, I mean, Solstice finished that game with 540 GPM, King Plato got back to 530, even Bubbles was over 400, so, and sure, a lot of that was endgame towers and stuff like that, so that's fine, but the point is, like,
they got farmed.
Yeah, the Fade basically prevented the Legion team from farming effectively and allowed the Hellborn team to massively safely farm their own woods, their own ancients, take Kongor and stuff like that, so yeah, I feel like the Fade picked in a lot of work that game.
Also, though, like, the Legion didn't really know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because they got an eye, which was great, but Fade clearly doesn't care because he can just sit in the trees for years and years and years. What they needed to do is actually grab some dust. Dust would have been great this game because they gain 2 seconds of vision. If Fade PKs, they see where he PKs to. Magnus pick off. If 2 people get dust and they just use him at random places in the woods, I'm sure Fade would have gotten picked off, and that would have been another tower. Silhouette, instead of wasting time like jumping between lanes, could have just been split pushing, which is, you know, a specialty of that hero. And I don't think Doctor would have been even able to stop him, because the moment you see a Doctor fly in, you just swap out. Like, they really didn't use their heroes effectively. I think Narcy played a great gauntlet and did exactly what he needed to do, but Legionnaire and Silhouette did not do what they were supposed to in terms of Legionnaire snowballing, getting easy kills on the Aluna and such, or the Silhouette split pushing, which is one of the greatest strengths of that hero.
Right.
And that's all I have to say.
Good. Well, I think that's where we're about to end it, because I think, yeah, that's a pretty succinct and accurate wrap-up of the game. And, alright, congrats again to Night Raid. So they'll be moving on to the round of 8. And once again, name is irrelevant. We'll be dropping down Losers Bracket round 1 and face potential demotion right back down to the Silver Division. So we'll see if they can avoid that, and if Night Raid can move on in the later series. But it's going to wrap it up for this cast. And thanks for watching, guys, as usual.